Hi, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Maya. Welcome to the second series of Behind the Rhymes.
The mountain we all climb. Small after all. Small castles on small islands protect this land, it's mine. Small words on big shoulders, no one is here to listen. Small acts in a small play ends the same at the end of the day. Small hopes and small dreams follow the wandering stream. Small man in a big sea, waiting for the next wave to wash over or drown me.
What lies behind these rhymes?
So I wrote this poem on a Sunday morning, having had an argument the night before with an ex-partner, and I needed some air and for my brain to think a little bit. And so I walked around the streets and just noted people's front gardens and their houses and how they were fenced in. They had hedges, they had gates. They were like small castles that they were protecting, and it made me think about small mindedness and actually how small I was in all of that.
So, this is not a patriotic poem.
No, this is nothing like William Blake's Jerusalem. This is not the Englishman's home is his castle.
Is it about how an individual is powerless?
So I'm a small man, but not a small man in size. I'm 6'2". But when I wrote this, I felt small. I know we're all quite small in the scheme of things and on the planet, but I felt particularly small at this point. And it was all about perspective and how people's ideas sometimes can be very small and limiting. And I've been susceptible to that, other people's small ideas and my own as well. And how that stops you from moving through life sometimes. I mean, how have you experienced small mindedness?
So, for me, that is the inability of someone to be open to new ideas, to look at new solutions to problems, to see other people's point of view. So, I don't relate it to someone always being small minded. I'm more connected that to a situation, a scenario where a human being just can't see beyond what they're sucked into, what they're involved in. They just can't see a way out, or they can't see a new solution.
This poem is also about how actually small we all are as well, how some people think that they're very important. It's the opposite of being small, but actually how small and insignificant they actually are in the scheme of things, even though they don't realize that itself.
One of the things that I like about mountains is that they give you a perspective. When you go into the mountains, especially if you reach the top, then you have a perspective of how small and insignificant uh, a human being is. So I am aware that sometimes you can find yourself in situations and scenarios where you think you're very important, but actually you're not. In this context, do you think that a human being, an individual, can actually make a difference in the world, make a change that is significant?
Well, if you read the line in my poem, small acts in a small play ends the same at the end of the day. To me, that's we all end up one way. We've discussed this in other podcasts. We all end up sort of not here at the end of the day. So you can argue about legacies and things, how much an impact somebody makes during their lifetime, and whether that's actually remembered beyond that. But ultimately, I'm not sure we are capable of making big changes to the way life is. We can make small changes to people's lives, but I don't think we make a big impact on the way things are.
You end the poem with the lines small man in a big sea waiting for the next wave to wash over or drown me. Do you feel drowned by small mindedness?
This was a point in my life where I was waiting for the wave of change to come again, and I knew it was on its way. I could feel it. It's almost like a tsunami. You know it's coming, and I wasn't quite sure whether I would, to coin a phrase, sink or swim in this. I'm here now, a few years on from this point, and I'm happy to say that I didn't drown. I did let it wash over me and started again.
Did the poetry help you with that?
Yes, the poetry has played a big part in that, and actually over the past several years has played a huge part in helping me move on through life therapeutically.
Thank you. Now that we've discussed what small after all means, could you read it again for our listeners?
Small after all. Small castles on small islands protect this land, it's mine. Small words on big shoulders, no one is here to listen. Small acts in a small play, ends the same at the end of the day. Small hopes and small dreams follow the wandering stream. Small man in a big sea, waiting for the next wave to wash over or drown me. You have been listening to Behind the Rhymes, the mountain we all climb. With me, Andrew.
And me, Maya. If you like this podcast, look out for more on Anchor, Google Podcasts, Breaker,
Pocket Casts, Radio Public, and Spotify.